Okay, so we have already seen, let us seen a polynomial, degree of a polynomial and so on. Now, if we look at this polynomial, p of x equal to x square minus x plus 1. How many terms does it have? X square is called one term, second term, third term. We have discussed this earlier. Now, we can classify polynomials or we can name polynomials on two bases. One is on the number of terms it has or the degree of the polynomial. Right? If a polynomial has only one term, example say 2x or say 12x raised to 4 or just say minus x raised to 5. What are these? These are single terms. So then this is called as a monomial. If it has two terms, example say x plus 2, x raised to 5 minus x cube, etc. Then what are these called? These are called binomials. There are two terms, so they are called binomials. Three terms, one term monomial, two terms binomial, three terms trinomial. Can you give me an example? X square plus x plus 1, x raised to 5 minus x cube plus 2, x, right? All these are what? Examples of trinomials. And if it has more than three terms, means 4 or more, then we call it as a polynomial. Can you give me an example? X raised to 5 plus x raised to 4 minus x cube minus 2x square plus 1. This is one example I have written. You can write as many as you want, right? So we know that if it has one term, it is called monomial. If it has two terms, binomial, three terms, trinomials, and more than three, that is 4 and more, then we call it as polynomial. Now, depending upon the degree of the polynomial, we know what is degree of a polynomial. The highest exponential power of the polynomial is called as degree. If the degree is 1, it is called as a linear polynomial. Let's take an example. X plus 2. See, there are two terms. Now, I am not going to get confused with the terms. I am going to watch only the degree. Degree of x is 1. So, then this is a linear polynomial. I could have only written x. That is also a linear polynomial, right? Now, when the degree is 2, it is called as a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic means what is necessary is degree 2, 2x square minus 1, or it could be 13x square plus 4x, right? Not necessary every time we take x, we can take any other variable, right? Now, degree 3 will be called as a cubic polynomial. Degree should be 3. Now, I am taking say y cube minus 2y plus 7. Am I right? I could have added y square plus 3 also. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. I am not concerned with how many terms. I am only concerned with the degree. When the degree is 3, it is called as a cubic polynomial. When the degree is 4, it is called as biquadratic. It could be x raised to 4 plus 2. It could be x raised to 4 plus 3x cube plus 2x square minus 2x plus 1 or anything else. What is important? Degree 4. What is important is degree 4. When the degree is 5 or more, then we call it as a polynomial, right? Now, if you look at this, if I combine both the naming, then this is a linear binomial and this is just a linear monomial. This can be called as a quadratic binomial and this could be a quadratic trinomial. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is cubic polynomial, 4 terms. This is what? Biquadratic binomial. Binomial, two terms. And it has degree 4, so quadratic, biquadratic. So biquadratic binomial, right? This is little confusing. You just stick to only, no, it's not confusing actually. You have done this in 8th standard. It's just a quick revision of what we are doing, right? Depending on the terms, we call it monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial. Depending on the degree, we call it as linear, quadratic, cubic, biquadratic. When the degree is 4, it is biquadratic and a general polynomial. Let's move ahead. Now, polynomials can also be called as zero polynomial. First we come to constant polynomial and then we'll go to zero polynomial. What is a constant polynomial? A polynomial in which there is no variable. Say only 2. It is a constant polynomial. P of x is 2. Now the 2 is 2 into x raised to 0, isn't it? It has a variable but with degree 0. Now P of y is equal to 3. This is also a constant polynomial, right? Then what is a zero polynomial? A constant polynomial which is 0. A constant polynomial which is equal to 0 is called as a zero polynomial. Okay, so with this much of knowledge, you will be able to solve the first exercise of this chapter. Okay, please do that first exercise and also write down the notes that I shall be sharing after the video. Do write down the notes and then you will start with the exercise. I hope it is clear.